Today we're going to talk about something that everybody overlooks. 5 common security mistakes that can literally get you hacked. Some of these mistakes are very common and very simple and easily to avoid, but hackers love them. Hackers love to exploit them, and they love people who are vulnerable so they could get your information, steal it, sell it on the dark web, etc. But don't worry, I'm going to break them down for you and show you how to stay safe online. So stick around to the end, because these 5 mistakes is something even tech-savvy people get wrong. Let's jump right in. Mistake number 1: weak or reused passwords. Do people nowadays still use password 123 or something like their first name followed by a number and wonder why they get hacked? Well, but the real danger isn't just weak passwords, it's reusing them. So nowadays we have apps, different websites all over the place, and they all require email, username, whatever, plus a password. Usually people are lazy, people like to use the same passwords for different sites, and I'm kind of guilty of this for some of my streaming services. But again, this is the wrong idea, and this is a very easy way for hackers to exploit you. It leaves you vulnerable. If a hacker gets access to your Hulu account and figure out that password, they might just go and look for other accounts you have, use the same password. Now you could be very diligent in your password setting, and maybe you have different passwords in every account, but some people don't. Some people reuse the same passwords, and that leaves you vulnerable to hackers and losing your information. So how do we fix this? How do we, stop this from happening? How do we stop hackers from exploiting us? We just got to make ourselves not vulnerable. So one could be using stronger passwords, using capital letters, numbers, special characters whenever available, and just using strong passwords that you could remember. A helpful tip is maybe write down your passwords for different streaming platforms or different accounts that you may have on a piece of paper and storing it somewhere where no one could find it, where you only have access to it. Enabling MFA, multi-factor authentication. Now most devices and sites have multi-factor, where they send you a text, email, or they use your facial recognition in order to access the site you're trying to access. And another helpful tip is you can check if your email has been in a data breach by using have I been pwned.com. This site allows you to go in there, type in your email, and run a scan basically to see if your email has been breached or used anywhere else. So it's a helpful tip, but again, you always want to practice changing your passwords, using really strong passwords that you can remember, and write them down, keep them somewhere safe where only you can access them. Next up, phishing attacks. Hackers use fake emails to trick you into clicking malicious links or downloading malware. Now malware there's many different types, but that's a whole separate video for a separate day. If you want to see that video, drop a comment below, subscribe, like the video, but let's continue. So these scams are getting more advanced. Even some of these hackers use AI to craft realistic emails from your boss or bank. So it could be anything from doing a official signature and using somewhat of official email with maybe one character is different. So like for instance, instead of an I, they put a 1, so it kind of looks official, but it's not really official. It's there to trick you and to get you to click the link, so that way they could steal your information. So how do we spot these emails? How do we spot these phishing emails so that way we don't leave ourselves vulnerable to getting hacked? Well, like I said before, look for misspellings and weird sender addresses. So something like support at Amazon.com, where maybe the O in the word Amazon is a zero instead of a O. Hover over links before clicking to see if they match the official website. And never download attachments from unknown senders. This is just, you just got to do your due diligence and checking these emails, actually reading through it and making sure you're not clicking on any malicious links or downloading any type of malware. Mistake number 3. This one's so simple but so dangerous. Ignoring software updates. That annoying little pop-up not blocker, but that annoying little pop-up box that says you need to update your Windows OS. That is very important. You need to update your system constantly whenever there's an update. When you skip these updates, you're leaving security holes open for hackers to exploit. Many ransomware attacks, including WannaCry ransomware, happen because people didn't update their Windows systems. And should be an obvious fix, but I'll go through it anyway. Set up your OS, your browsers, and apps to auto-update. Check for firmware updates on your Wi-Fi router. Hackers love exploiting these outdated routers especially. Don't use end-of-life software like Windows 7 or outdated apps that no longer receive security patches. Stay updated, stay good, stay alert. Make sure you click that update button. Continuing on, have you ever hopped on free airport or coffee shop Wi-Fi? Yeah, hackers love that too. Public Wi-Fi networks are often unsecured, meaning hackers can use packet sniffing tools like Wireshark to steal your login credentials, emails, and even banking details. Now that's a lot of power. If someone has your banking details, you never know what they'll do. Maybe they'll wire transfer $500 directly to their account without you even knowing. Who knows? I mean, they're literally limitless. Once they have your credentials, who's telling what they'll do? So that's why you got to keep yourself safe. Use a VPN like NordVPN or Malvad to encrypt your data. I'm not sponsored by no VPNs at all, but it's very important to maybe invest in one. Just do your research, see what's best for you, and choose a VPN. Avoid logging into bank accounts or sensitive sites using public Wi-Fi. And if you must use public Wi-Fi, enable HTTPS everywhere in your browser. Now this last one is a lifesaver. This is a lifesaver. Not backing up your data. Ransomware attacks are skyrocketing, where hackers lock your files and demand money to unlock them. Now that's just crazy and downright evil. If you don't have backups, you could lose everything. So it's very important, back up your stuff, make sure you have it secured wherever you back it up at. So that way, in case something should happen and they ask you for all that money, be like, you can keep that data, boo-boo. I got my stuff backed up and ready to go. So you use the 3-2-1 rule. 3 copies of your data, 2 different storage types, cloud or an external drive, and 1 copy stored offline. This is probably one of the best ways to back up your data and be safe from these hackers. Cloud storages are also good, like Google Drive, OneDrive, or iCloud is great, but also use an external SSD for added protection. Here's a little quick fun fact. Even big companies get hit. The Los Angeles School District was attacked in 2022 and students' private info was leaked. Now, whoever hacked them is one sick son of a you-know-what for hacking these kids and getting their information. Who knows what they used it for? They could have just sold it on the dark web. Who knows? I don't know. But that's some crazy stuff. So there you have it, 5 security mistakes that can get you hacked. And to recap, we talked about weak or reused passwords, using a password manager and MFA, falling for phishing scams, double check senders and don't click shady links. 3, ignoring software updates. Always update your devices. Using public Wi-Fi unsafely. Use a VPN and avoid logging into sensitive sites where you might have sensitive information. 5, not backing up your data, use cloud and offline backups. I hope this helps you stay safe online. If you found this video helpful, drop a like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs this, someone who is just completely just not into securing their personal data online and who is completely risky. It might help them, you never know. I have a question for you guys, just one question. Have you ever been hacked or seen a phishing scam? Let me know in the comments, and until next time, stay safe, stay secure, peace.